The silence that greets your arrival in the office. The strange look someone gives you when you walk into a meeting with your zips opened. The rolling eyes your employees give you when you say you care. You have spots, and you're blind to them. Charlene once said, if you don't know what you should be working on as a leader, guess who does? Everyone else. They have a secret list of all the things you should be working on, and they probably won't tell you because they don't want to jeopardize the relationship they have with you. For example, I always thought of myself as a cool boss. Perhaps the coolest boss in the history of the world. Until Ada revolted. About a year ago, I walked into our second office, right in the middle of work, and I saw Ada sleeping under the table. Now, I was mad. We had so much work to do, and here was Ada sleeping under the table. So I was like, why are you sleeping under the table? What are you doing? Guess what? I never found out why she was sleeping under the table. Now, Ada was very creative and never missed deadlines, never. Yet, I was not patient enough to figure out why she was sleeping under the table. She resigned not long after, and we lost a high performer because I lost my cool. Now, here is the question. I even later learned that there had been some office gossip in the office about my impatience, but I was blind to the fact that I was being so uncool. So what was my blind spot? Valuing being right over being effective. What are blind spots? Blind spots are unproductive behaviors that are invisible to us but glaring to everyone else. Blind spots create dangers that we don't react to until they are too late. Our blind spots create unintended consequences. They distort judgment, corrupt decision-making, reduce our awareness, create enemies, destroy careers, and sabotage business results. Now, everybody, let's do an assignment, a very quick one. So, can you look around this room very well? Look around this room, to your left, to your right, and look at the faces. Can you see all the beautiful faces in the room? Guess the only face that you cannot see. Yours. You see, we actually need other people in order to see ourselves accurately and to more fully understand the impact that we have on other people. Ladies and gentlemen, feedback is the mirror that shows our blind spot. As animals wired for self-defense, our brains think of criticism as a threat to our survival. But what happens when feedback is ignored in the workplace? Let me tell you, harassment, burnout, depression, even suicide. This is why I founded Polyvoice, an employee feedback tool that organizes and captures worker feedback anonymously to help organizations detect, predict, and improve workplace conditions using machine learning. So with Polyvoice, you can feel the pulse of your people in real time. But you may ask, why is this important? Why? Let me tell you this. Feedback is an ongoing conversation. It's not a relationship. It's a relationship, not a meeting, not a one-time survey at the end of the year. Definitely not a one-time annual performance review. With automated anonymous feedback, people can tell you the stuff you don't want to hear, but need to hear. According to research, leaders who ranked at the top 10% in asking for feedback also ranked at the top 14% in performance. Dictators feed on false praise, but great leaders feed on feedback. Feedback is the food of champions. You see, the best way to prove yourself is to show that you're willing to improve yourself. To find your blind spots, do these 4 things. Number 1, ask your team fewer focused questions. Do this often. Ask questions like, what should I stop doing? What should I start doing? What am I doing that is driving you crazy? Guess what? Some things you're doing are driving people crazy. 2, automate feedback, especially for large teams. Once you grow to the point where you have like 20 people in your team, 30 people, it becomes impossible, even improbable, to get feedback from everybody. So you want to automate at that point. 3, don't get defensive. Instead, reflect. If you continue to receive feedback, you will continue to receive less feedback. And 4, take action and share updates. If you get better at giving and receiving feedback, it doesn't just change you, but it changes how other people receive you. Stephen Siddha once said, only in acknowledging our own flaws and vulnerabilities can we become authentic leaders who empower people to give the best and perform to the best of their abilities. Now, I know you've heard this phrase, that to whom much is given, much is expected. How many of us have heard that? So let me give you version 2.0. To whom feedback is given, action is expected. Now, action may not always bring progress, but there is no progress without action. And so in closing, I ask, what if we listened as much as we talked? What if we sought feedback as much as we seek attention? What if we acknowledge our blind spots instead of deny them? The future of Africa's workforce rests on the shoulders of young leaders like you and I. We represent the beauty and the diversity, the passion and the promise, and the limitless possibilities of African youth working to move Africa forward. With open eyes, we can usher in a new era of decent work and economic growth. And let no one tell you that you can't, because yes, we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.